Is karma just a limiting belief? Karma, for some, a moral law as old as time. For others, just another belief to outgrow. In a world obsessed with self-invention, karma is getting a second look. Is it wise guidance, a system of cosmic justice, a concept keeps us from real change, or merely strategy to control others' behaviors? And as an empowerment concept of limiting beliefs floods some person development programs, could we be in danger of abusing that tool too, missing deeper truths about responsibility and cause and effect? Let's explore how both sides, blind loyalty to karma and reckless dismissal of it, risk keeping us from living more freely, ethically, and wisely. The first blinding point, when karma becomes a limiting belief. In a classical form, karma means everything we do, say, and think plants a seed, shaping not just our life now, but even future lives. On its surface, it offers a sense of order. We reap what we sow. But for some, karma becomes a prison rather than a compass. If every misfortune is just my karma, it can breed resignation or self-blame. As the 8th century Buddhist poet Shantideva wrote, "Wherever there's a result, there must have been a cause." A wise reminder to look for patterns, but not an excuse to give up striving. Real-life example, stuck in resignation. A man from a traditional background struggles at work for years, blaming his poor career luck on bad karma from a past life. He avoids seeking mentorship or trying new strategies, telling himself, "No point in fighting fate. I have to accept what's written." Decades later, he regrets missed opportunities he never dared to pursue, not because of real barriers, but because of the story he told himself. Another real-life example, social justification of inequality. In some societies, karma has been used to rationalize poverty or suffering. That person is poor because of their bad karma. We shouldn't interfere. This belief has at times excused systemic injustice, stifling compassion and social responsibility. As per the research, psychologist Carol Dweck's work on fixed versus growth mindsets resonates here. Those with fixed, karmic/fateful mindsets tend to avoid risk and give up more easily, while growth mindsets believe effort creates change. The second blinding point, when limiting belief becomes an excuse, but the opposite reaction, discarding karma entirely in the name of breaking free from limiting beliefs, brings its own dangers. In modern self-help and coaching, some people may interpret limiting belief as karma is just a concept imposed by religion or tradition to control you. Some people choose not to believe in karma and do whatever they prefer without considering others or feelings of guilt. Do they abuse the concept of limiting belief? One of the Dalai Lama cautions, know the rules well so you can break them effectively. This isn't permission for reckless rebellion. It's an invitation to awareness. One real-life example, short-term thinking, long-term regret. A startup founder, eager to break all the rules of the past, chooses to ignore any sense of consequence. He cuts corners, disregards contracts, focusing only on immediate gains. The business grows quickly, then collapses just as fast under lawsuits and lost trust. In hindsight, he realizes he'd thrown out not only superstition, but also real-world cause and effect. Another profound real case in personal relationships. A woman, determined to shed limiting beliefs about relationships, decides that any feeling of loyalty or long-term commitment is conditioning. She jumps from romance to romance, feeling briefly free, but over time is left lonely and isolated, missing the value in healthy boundaries and nurturing trust. Sociologist Robert Putnam's research on trust and reciprocity shows that communities and individuals who ignore implicit social contracts, what older traditions might call karmic responsibility, erode cooperation and well-being. What's left when we see both shadows? The real work starts here. Karma, at its best, points not just to fate, but to responsibility. It reminds us not that everything is determined, but that every moment carries a seed of new consequence. Thich Nhat Hanh writes, "My actions are my only true belongings. I cannot escape their consequences. My actions are the ground upon which I stand." A call to mindful agency, not fatalism. We can change, rewiring habits and healing wounds. Science calls this neuroplasticity. But change isn't always simple limit breaking. It asks us to see patterns, take responsibility, and act with courage over time. On the other side, calling every tradition or boundary a limiting belief is itself a limiting belief. Nothing meaningful grows in a world of pure limitlessness. Meaning, wisdom, and community depend on care and consequence. The path of maturity is not blind faith in karma or blanket rebellion against it, but precise, compassionate discernment. When am I accepting karma to avoid necessary change or honesty? When am I rejecting karma to avoid ethical responsibility or reality? True freedom lies not in clinging to nor recklessly smashing beliefs, but in seeing where they serve and where they stunt our living. Ask yourself, is karma in your life a call to agency or a story of resignation? Is the language of limiting beliefs opening new worlds or excusing a lack of care for the consequences you create? What is your relationship with karma? Where has it helped? Where has it hurt? How does it interplay with the beliefs you hold about cause, effect, and freedom? Share your story or reflection below. Let's learn together without dogma, but with courage, respect, and depth.